In this video, I'm going to show you how to start the billing process once the SOAP note has been complete. In this demo, this patient, Anna Test, has completed this dates of service for February 14th, 2023. The doctor has added all the information in the SOAP note, but more importantly, the doctor added the diagnosis codes and the procedure codes he wanted to bill. Once the doctor signs this note out, this information automatically gets transferred to the billing section. In order to go to the billing section, go to Billing and Transaction, and that will take you to this site. Remember, here you can filter by patient name, by provider, by location, and by dates of service. In this case, I'm just filtering by the name of the patient. Now notice that February 14, 2023 already has a case created, while these dates of service do not. Your administrator will decide whether you want to create a case at the beginning when you're scheduling, or you want to create a case at the beginning when you're starting the billing process. In this case, we had already started this case, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this case. It's going to drop down this case, and I notice I have this case. You can also have multiple cases open at the same time. In this case, you'll notice that the doctor billed this CPT code 99204 in his note, and you can also edit or add or remove diagnosis codes here. So if you wanted to add more diagnosis codes, you can, simply by editing the case up here. Now, this is still a new status. So when you're ready for this to bill, make sure you scrub the claim correctly by clicking on the case and scrubbing it correctly. Make sure referring physician is there, rendering provider is there. Make sure the location is correct. And now make sure the dates of service are correct, the units are correct, the CPT code is correct. This charge amount and allowed amount gets populated from your fee schedule. Once you're ready, you can hit save. This will change the status from new to ready to bill. This lets the team know that here under this section, now there's a ready to bill claim. Now you can work on multiple claims until you're ready to bill them all, whether you're billing electronic or in paper. Some people like to bill one by one. Most people like to bill a big batch. In this case, there's only one in this batch. And once you're ready to bill, you can click on the case, which is already open up here, and now hit submit to the insurance. What this does, it's going to print the HCFA form, and it's also going to change the status to submitted. There's your HCFA form. You can just remove that or delete that. And now here's your submitted. If you want to print a pre-printed form for HCFA, click on More, Paper, and Plain Paper. This will give you a pre-printed mock HCFA form. This is how you also check what you're billing. Make sure your MPI numbers are correct for both the doctor and the provider and the clinic. Make sure your HCFA form is correct before you submit. And that's how you start the billing process after you've completed the SOAP note. Now, if you have a batch that you're ready to bill and you have, let's say, 10 claims you want to bill, here you select the insurance, you select the configuration type, whether it's EDI export, paper, or EDI electronic. For electronic, you got to make sure that we are configured and API configuration with your clearinghouse. Otherwise, you can always import a file by exporting it from the software. Here you can submit all at once, or you can print the patient notes just from here as well. You can also print the notes inside the claim. So here you'll see a button up here that says print SOAP notes, and that's how you get the notes printed at the same time that you're doing the billing. Now let's go back for a second to these new charges so I can show you how to create the case. So you notice that this case does not have a claim. Simply click on this. It will give you a drop down. It's going to ask you to make sure that there's at least one CPT code and one diagnosis code. Once you add the diagnosis code, just create a new case. And remember, if your doctor added it in the SOAP note, it's automatically going to get transferred over. To scrub the case, just make sure you click on the case information, make sure the right provider, right location, right insurance, right diagnosis codes. Remember, if it's an auto accident, make sure that the date of injury is here and it's selected automobile accident. If it's workers' comp, you can also put other accident or employment related. Now make sure if you need an authorization, you also select authorization from here. And this is how you scrub the case, scrub the claim. Make sure your dates of service are correct, your CPT codes, your units are correct. Once you're ready to bill, just hit save, and this will take the status from new to ready to bill. Again, if you want to bill a batch, here's your new ready to bill case. Most people wait until they have 10, 20 cases, and then they bill them all at the same time. They select insurance, they select the type, and then they select all 20 and submit to the insurance. What this does, it will bill all 20 claims or 10 claims that you have in the batch at once, and it'll print all HCFA forms at the same time. Now, if you want to print all SOAP notes as well, when you select this, a SOAP note, print notes here. That way, if you have 20 claims, you can also print all 20 SOAP notes at the same time, and you don't have to go searching in each patient file or chart to print each case of notes. I hope this helps.